woman was also like, what, 6'3". So it only took for her to just hit one punch, and that girl was knocked out at the amateurs. So if people know that in the amateurs, they're definitely going to know that in the pros. Like, Claressa is not a real heavyweight. You know, she's not. She's meant to fight at 160, 165. At her lowest, she can fight at 147. The lowest, she can fight 147.
You think she can get there right now? Right now, you think she can get down to 147?
If she's disciplined, she can, but she don't want to. She always makes it about her butt. Like, she says it all the time. She's like, well, I ain't gonna have no butt if I get down to 147. Like, she has so many times, like, making her butt her whole personality. And it's like, you can get down to 140. Like, everybody has a minimum in the sport. So me, at my highest, I can fight at 147. I've fought at 146 and amateurs. I've stopped the girl. I know that. But at my lowest, I know I can get down to 115, and I'm 4'11".
You're 4'11"?
Yeah, I'm 4'11".
A little small thing, man. Okay.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, you know, even with people saying, "Oh my gosh, her and Alicia don't need to fight because Alicia's too small." Well, if Alicia is too small, then I'm darn near a midget, because I done sat there and sparred this girl at 129 wet. And she cussed me out because I rocked her, you know, at 129.
So you rocked big whoop?
Yes. When we sparred, that's kind of like how everything started, with her trying to make it seem like I wanted Tony, because she felt like I was trying to show off or embarrass her. So that's how really all of that started. She felt like I wanted to embarrass her in front of Tony, because it was me, her, and it was another woman named Mary McGee. She's a professional fighter too. She has fought on the zone and stuff like that. So, you know, the both of us, we spar her. And Mary, even, you know, she was heavier around that time. So I do have to mention that Mary was, because she was just like, with COVID and everything happening, like, a lot of people were going through depression around that time. So she was getting her weight down too, but she even rocked Claressa a little bit too, but that was more understandable, because I'm like, oh, well, she's heavier than the both of us right now, you know? So that's going to happen. But little 4'11" me, at 129 at the time, you know, when we were sparring, and I threw a 2 to the body and a 2 to the head, and she called me the B word, and she was just doing too much. So I decided to get out the ring, and I was like, what did I do? Like,
so you doubled up the right hand, boom to the body, and came upstairs. She didn't expect it.
Yeah, she didn't expect it, and she even tried to tell me that I also couldn't.
What's the first thing you notice when you meet somebody? It's not what car they drive, it's not where they live, or how much money they make.
Throw the other hook. Like, majority of the time when a fighter is orthodox, you know, we throw.
Yeah, no, I understand boxing. I boxed before. I understand. So you couldn't throw a 2-2-3 or nothing like that.
Yeah, she didn't. She was like, you can't do that. You can't throw the other hook. That's not a thing. And I said, it is if you set it up right.
Yeah.
Like, the rule book, you know. But then it's crazy, because she started doing it when she fought Savannah Marshall, and I was like, really? Like, people don't know that. Like, you watch that fight. She threw a jab and she threw the other hook. And I was like, that's my punch. Like, why is she? It's crazy. You cussed me out for doing that and, you know, rocking you. But then you're literally doing it when you fought Savannah Marshall. Like, that's crazy. So a lot of people don't know that. But yeah, that's what happened. And especially with the whole Tony situation, I felt like that's how it really started. Like, she expected me to get in the ring and be a little punching bag, because I'm tiny. But especially around that time, you know, I'm tiny, but I'm diesel. I'm solid. I'm not a little wimpy.
You Nigerian, girl. They don't understand. You got that Nigerian blood.
Like, I have solid legs. You know, you can see it. I have strong legs. So I'm not just a little feather. I'm not just a little wimpy thing that just gets thrown around and stuff. Like, no, you know, and I was just very humble about that when I spar. I wasn't trying to show her up. It's just, we're supposed to be sparring, you know, but with her, she is not supposed to be fighting that heavy, and to eat, like I said, despite the decision she made, I've actually been worried, like, okay, if she actually come against a real heavyweight that's a technical fighter and that's, a real heavyweight, if you get knocked out to the point you got to be on the stretcher, that's not going to look right. And it's just going to prove, Layla Ali's point too, that you're not a real heavyweight. You're supposed to stay around 160 and 168. You're not supposed to be at no heavyweight. And you can even see it in the weigh-ins. Like, it doesn't really give you're a boxer. You just have a shape. Okay, well, you're a woman. That's gonna happen, but it doesn't really show that you're boxing. That you're